Hey Aquarius, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope you guys that are mothers, all of you are having a wonderful Mother's Day. I hope you're having a good swing through May as we approach the dead center of the month on Wednesday, May 15th. This is your Who You Hanging With reading, Aquarius. Excuse me. This is going to be a 9-card spread. 3 for recent past, 3 for current energy, 3 for future energy. I've been pulling the last 2 up off the bottom here for the past month or so for the overall energy, and both cards usually explain themselves very well. I'll also pull 3 cards for guidance from the universe, and then I'll pull 2 cards, one from each oracle deck. What's going on, Aquarius? Why am I all choked up on some shit? What y'all being emotional about? What the hell? Woo-wee. Alright. So this is a reminder. I don't do reversals. I do my cards straight up. Cut these puppies and see what we got going on, Aquarius. Damn. I was fine 5 minutes ago. Now all of a sudden I'm choking, coughing. What? Alright. So, before I get to anything, bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands. I'm so sorry. Y'all stressed out. And the Justice card. Oh boy. Okay. I promise you that Justice card, and it's a major card, will start shouting the minute I get to where it needs to enter. So just hang on to that. Let's see what we got going on, Aquarius, for your Who You Hanging With. So your first card is the 4 of Wands from recent past. The 7 of Wands, I'm sorry. And the Knight of Swords. For your current energy, the 3 of Coins. Your centerpiece card and the second card for current, Queen of Cups. The third card is the 9 of Swords. Man, what y'all got going on? My hands are cold. What the hell? Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands. And the 3 of Cups. Have mercy. All right, Aquarius, let's get digging, diving. Jeez. Wow. All right, so let's talk about your overall energy, and I think I could probably speak on the Justice card now because it's kind of just sitting here staring me in my face. With the 10 of Wands, y'all are stressed out. Y'all are certainly stressed out. Y'all are beyond yourselves. And what's resonating with me off of this card is the red. Here it probably looks a little more orange, but in real life it's like a salmony, a dark salmony, reddy, not quite so orange color. Your emotions, man. Y'all are angry, you're disappointed, you're upset, you don't know what to do, and you stressed out. I feel all of this. What the hell? Okay, let me stop. Let me go to the reading. Let me go through this like I'm supposed to. All right. So for your recent past, with the 4 of Wands, you were trying to get to the next level. You were really trying to get to the next level with somebody, and that was your intent. But I'm gonna tell you now, just by looking at the card, whatever you were offering, it wasn't being accepted the way you were offering it. And let me clarify that a little bit. It wasn't being accepted because of how you were offering it. The person that you may have been dealing with may have been in a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but they heard what you were saying, but the way you were giving it to them, they were not accepting it. That's what I'm getting off that 4 of Wands. They weren't celebrating about shit. They didn't like how it was happening, whether it was happening too fast or too slow, or you were being too brusque, or you weren't consistent in the message. I don't know, but the person was not, the way it was coming to them, they were not hearing it. With the 7 of Wands right next to that, this put you on the defense. You felt like you needed to bag it up. Excuse me. Back up. Wait. wait. I didn't. That's not what I meant. Wait. Hold. You got very defensive, real quick, and almost to the point of just really ready to shut the whole thing down. And in that moment, that's really what you wanted to do. For whatever reason, you didn't. So this is only going to resonate with a few of you Aquarius, but wow, I'm reading the story. I'm just going as it is, and what spirit is really got up in my head. Wow. From there, from you being defensive, it just turned into a fucking free-for-all. You trying to, this is your energy. This is the air energy, the Aquarian, Gemini, Libra energy. This is you. There's a whole little pack of you. Trying to fix the situation. You running in one direction, other person running in another direction, and instead of either one of you, this ain't just on you Aquarius, let me be frank about this. This ain't just you. But while you're trying to hang with this person and do the best that you could, neither one of you took a minute to stop and say, okay, what are we doing? And more you, less the other person, more the other person, less you. That depends. The energy could go either way. It could have been either one of you. It certainly feels like it was both of you that just were just so busy trying to put a Band-Aid on it that nobody stopped. Nobody stopped. And that caused a whole bunch of problems because neither one of you took a moment to say, shit, wait, what are we doing? And if it did come out, it didn't come out enough. If that conversation never got started, it feels like it never got finished and it just got lost in some other bullshit, literally. That's your recent past. All of that made you get to a point where you felt like you needed to start making some other plans, Aquarius. And you may have been trying to hook up with an earth sign, because that's the earth card right there. Maybe a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But you, in current energy, you are like, nah, I need to maybe do something else. And again, what's resonating back to me is that you did not stop right here and go, okay, what's going on? So you are trying to jump into something else. Your centerpiece card and the second card in your current energy is the Queen of Cups. And a lot of what's going to happen with you, Aquarius, and I hate to say it like this, but that's what's coming off the card, and what you're going to have to overcome is not being, sounding, doing fake, if that makes any sense. So if this card were in the reverse position, if I read that way, this would be about being fake and disingenuous. And what I hear from that is that because you didn't really do a lot of work up here and you jumping down here and trying to get into something else, you are coming off Aquarius as fake and disingenuous. That in turn has you flipping over at night trying to figure out what the hell, how come everybody treating you like somebody's stepchild. But Aquarius, I told you these cards will present themselves when they are ready. Justice is loud and clear right here. You have to take responsibility for your own actions. Okay, you can stop the video now, move on to the next one, put a thumbs down, but I'm only telling you this because you need to hear it, and if nobody else cares enough for you to tell you, I'll tell you because I do care enough. You have to take responsibility for your own actions, Aquarius. You can't just because something happened up here and it made you jump defensive and you didn't feel like anybody was, coming to your aid quick enough. What responsibility do you have here? What did you do? How did you contribute to the whole pile of doo-doo? Because it didn't get there by itself. It really didn't. You can't put this all on your partner or the person that you're interested in or the person that you're hanging with. Come on now. You can't do it. It's not going to work. You have to take some responsibility for everything that's going on in this primary situation up here. Whatever you're trying to get into down here in your current energy, I promise you it's not going to work because karma is not going to let this happen. I have a feeling that this situation up here may have some karmic implications to it. Twin flame situations start out like this, or they end up like this, or somewhere in the middle they get like this where you can't get together. Because you're so much alike and you're doing so much the same thing, even though it may look worlds away different to you, Aquarius. It may have some karmic shit in it, and you may have to come back to this and resolve it so that you can move forward. Not going back to it and not resolving it is not going to help you. I'm sorry you guys are up at night with all of this, but you can't, you have got to make a change for yourself. And this being the only major card on the table is saying volumes to me. It's the only major card on the table. Everything else is a wand, a coin, a cup, a sword. So, with that said, a lot of things are not going to change in your life, especially romantically, and especially with the person you're trying to hang with, until you start taking some responsibility for your actions. When you do that, you will find a lot of things will be forgiven, and a lot of things will be forgotten. But and if you can't see where you have any input in any of this, I'm going to tell you to go back to the drawing board. Now you need to get some pencil and paper and start writing down exactly what happened, detail by detail, so you can see what your input was and what you did. Because if you went to a party and somebody got left, somebody had to make the decision to get in that car by themselves and leave the other person there. I'm just saying, it's just that cut and dry. And I know nobody wants to hear all the cut and dry, oh, it's awful, da da da. Once you do this thing, once you start looking at your part in everything, like I said, a lot of this will go away for you. Because then people won't think you're being fake and disingenuous because you're hopping around. And you're doing a lot of hopping around because you're not really taking any responsibility for anything that's going on. I'm just saying. Your future energy, Aquarius, Ace of Swords. Time to get that piece of paper out and get them check boxes. It's time for you to open your mouth and say what you need to say. And it is also, by the same token, time for you to listen. Because communication is a two-way street. It's not just about you running off the gibbs about what you think. It is also about listening to your partner, the person you hanging with, the person you trying to make that connection with. You got to listen to what they're saying and not just pay lip service to it. Really listen and try to understand. That doesn't mean you have to agree with it, but at least try to understand the other person's viewpoint enough that it makes you think about what you're doing. I'm just saying, relationships take work, Aquarius, and if you're not ready to take responsibility for being in a relationship, the universe is going to keep doing this to you. Because that's going to be the very energy you're going to be throwing out. You're not taking responsibility. So you got to go right back to the back of the line and start it all over again until you do this. And I know that's hard and hurtful for a lot of people to hear. If you're cross-watching for Aquarius and this is resonating with you and you know what situation is being referred to here, then help the Aquarian understand they are as responsible as their partner for what's going on as anybody. They need to understand that. From there, Aquarius, you are going to have to find something. I don't know where the restart is going to be here, or if there's going to be a restart here. But in the future, the Ace of Wands, whether it's a new beginning completely or a restart with your person up here, you are going to have to find things in that person that keep you inspired. You don't want to get with somebody that's not where you are. I'll put it like that. And they're not capable of showing you where you can go. And it may be some of the problem, Aquarius, and this is your future energy, so this is the stuff to keep in mind for the future. It may be that because you are trying to deal with people the same way and you're trying to make everybody produce the same result, what you think is kosher, okay, alrighty in a relationship, and everybody is not the same. Everybody is not going to meet your standard, maybe even in the way that you think they should. So you've got to find something else that keeps you inspired? What makes love to you? What gives you that I feeling? And it shouldn't be so superficial that, anytime trouble comes, you're ready to walk away. That's real talk right there. So, future energy, whatever you decide to do or whatever's decided for you, because the other person here, I get the feeling the other person may just be walking away from this because they feel like you are not mature enough maybe or capable of hearing the whole thing. You just only want to focus on your side of the story. And truthfully, that would frustrate anybody. But that said, in the future, going forward, this is an ace card, the beginning. You want to restart this again. If you want to start another one, what is it about the relationship besides the things you think should be in it? What else inspires you to be in that relationship and makes you want to go forward? Just saying. The Three of Cups here. You may need to enlist the help of some of your better friends. And to say it like that, some of your friends that have been through similar situations and have come out successful on the other side, or victorious, whichever word you choose to use. You may want to get with some of your people, and not the regular crew that you hang with and you go drinking. No, the people that you admire and the things that they bring to the table as far as their personal relationships. Those couples you see and like, damn, what the hell are they doing? They've been together for 20 years and they just look so happy. That group, that's who I'm talking about. You may need to get with them, Aquarius, and find out what's their secret. What struggles have they had? And most couples are very open about problems that they've had if they think it's going to help somebody create a better future for them. So that said, get with some of your friends that are in relationships that you like, those relationships that you really have a lot of respect for, and talk to them. Find out how did you get through struggles and how come y'all made it this far, whatever it is, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. But sit down and have a conversation so you can open your eyes and get some insight as to what's going on with you in your relationship. If you only deal with you or people that are in the same situation as you, Aquarius, in terms of relationship, you only hanging out with people that are going through the exact same shit you're going through, it's difficult if you don't have any positive thing to reach out to and say, how is yours better than mine? So you need to find that, even if it's somebody at work, somebody you go to church with, temple, mosque, whatever it is, and they have a good, strong relationship. Talk to them. Spirit is telling you they're going to be more than willing to help you and maybe give you some insight on what you might be missing. Let's see what the universe has for guidance for you, Aquarius, for the rest of the month of May. All right, Death card. Princess of Cups. And the Moon card. All right. So, pretty loudly. So now that makes three majors on the table. So, the Justice card, the Death card, and the Moon card. The universe is telling you it's time, whether you want to or not. And that it showed up next to the first row. Let's just kick this about here. This is the Death card right here. And you see my fingers. Maybe I'm trying to tighten this up when I get off of here so you can see. But the first row is the Four of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. I just laid down guidance. So right next to the Four of Wands is the Death card. What this says to me in any reading, whatever lands next to that, it explains to me, it'll do a couple things. It'll either explain itself in relationship to whatever happened in the recent past or whatever row it's next to, whatever these cards are, or it'll tell you what you need to work on. It can do a lot of other things, but in this situation right here, that it landed in your recent past and next to the Four of Wands, and you not being able to make it to the next level, universe is very loudly telling me you weren't ready. You're not mature enough to get off into this relationship with this person. And if we look right here at the other end of the road, because you're not taking responsibility for your actions. I know y'all are, I'm probably talking to myself by now. Y'all don't probably listen to the first 2 minutes and went, click up. I hear you. For those of you that are still watching, thank you very much. And I'm not trying to preach to you, but I'm trying to give you the good word that's coming back to me so you can kind of understand what's going on with your situation. In order to move forward, in order to make the transformation as smooth as possible, it's going to be painful one way or the other. But in order to make it a little smoother, you start taking responsibility for some of your actions, which takes us to the Princess of Cups. You need to quit acting so emotionally distant. In the right up position, this is about emotional distance. If we looked at it this way, you need to lighten up on that. You need to be a little more approachable emotionally, Aquarius. That's not to say that you aren't emotional. It's to say that you need to be more approachable in your emotions. People need to be able to feel like they can ask you how you're feeling without hearing a whole lot of crap. They need to be able to ask you how you feel about them without feeling like you're going to jump to defense mode ASAP. So close some of that distance that you have with people, especially if you're trying to make this work. You need to close some of the distance, emotional distance that you have, so that people know you are the real thing. This is your challenge, and that you're not being fake and disingenuous. Come on now. People know they can access your emotions, and it shouldn't be anything that's abused or toyed with or played with. But if you're with someone and you're trying to be serious, you're trying to go to the next level with this person, your emotions should be at least within striking distance without the other person worrying about whether or not you're going to get defensive on what they're asking you or what you're saying to, or what they're saying to you about it. You're not going to get nowhere keeping a whole lot of secrets, Aquarius. I know how y'all are. Yeah, I like to keep things nice and separate and neat. You're not going to get anywhere. In this energy, the way that it's going right now, you're not going to get anywhere keeping secrets. The more open you are in your relationships about what you're doing, what you've done, what you're trying to do, the better. You keep secrets. If you're already throwing off this kind of energy, and this is, again, your challenge, to not be so doggone distant that you seem like you're fake and you're not real. You're not going to get anywhere. You're going to keep doing this. I promise you. That's what the universe is saying. You're going to keep having these same kind of situations until you hit these major cards with the real shit. Till you get a little more mature, which in turn is about you taking responsibility for your actions. And quit trying to keep secrets all the time. I'm sorry. You're going to keep going through this cycle. And you know, if this feels good to you, by all means, but be mindful that you've got other people involved here that have feelings and emotions, and you know, you can't hurt people just because you want to keep going through something. Your better bet is to hear what Spirit is saying to you and try and work through some of this so that you can move out of this. It's almost like it's a karmic cycle. So you can move out of this karmic cycle into the kind of relationship you really want. Let's see what the oracles have to say, Aquarius. Spiritual strength, 9 card. Let's see what the other oracle has. Instant feedback. Oh, you got 2 cards. I didn't mean to pull 2, but you got 2, and we're gonna work with both of them. So with this spiritual strength card, this is the 9 card, completion. 9 is completion. In order to complete this cycle, like I just said, you're gonna have to hit these majors, but you also need to work on your spirituality, Aquarius. You know, what do you believe in? What do you believe? Whatever it is, if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, if you're a Jew, if you belong to the head of lettuce people, it doesn't matter. But what about what you believe guides you? Because I feel, and when I put the card down, I felt like a lot of spaces got filled up right here. So that's kind of telling me that you're not relying on your spirituality, which in turn means you keep ending this shit with these 9. You see that 9 up there. You keep ending this shit, and you're not, your spirituality is not coming into this at all. You're not being thankful for the lesson, whatever it is. It seems like sometimes you may not even be thankful for the blessings that you get because you are so busy trying to get to the next level and not deal with whatever you need to add your part and take responsibility for it and be a little more forward looking and mature and how you're doing it. And a lot of it is just what it's saying, because you're not relying on your spiritual strength, and you have it. It's not like you don't have it. You do have spiritual strength, but where do you use it? And it's not going to be strong for long if you aren't using it. I mean, that's a muscle. So if you're not using your spiritual muscle, it's not going to do you any good, and eventually it's not going to be there. You have the strength. I feel that you have the spiritual strength, but you're not applying it to this. It's almost like your spirituality and your love life are two different things, and that couldn't be anything further from the truth. Really. You don't live in a vacuum. You live your life in 360. You might think it's in sections, but you live your life in 360. So Spirit is saying, you need to, I would do a gratitude sheet. Just all the shit that I'm thankful for. The bad, the good, the ugly. And that will help center you spiritually and bring you back in alignment with those things that you really want. With the cloak yourself in light, when you get through doing all the spiritual work that you need to do, however big or minor that it is, cloak yourself in light so that you feel like you've got the confidence to make the kind of good decisions you know you can make. Just cloak yourself in light. And that'll help attract to you good things and not just run-of-the-mill status quo. I get the feeling a lot of you are really stretching for more because you want better, but you are trying to apply old rules to this. So again, cloak yourself in light so that you can begin attracting the kind of things to yourself that you need, the kind of people that you need in your life to help you be successful, especially romantically. Instant feedback. Once again, I find this couple. You know who they are. I don't know if you go pray with them on Friday at Miles, if you see them in church on Sunday, I don't know. But you need to get with them and get some feedback. And you need to be honest, Aquarius. You need to just throw it out there, and people will respect you for coming at them with the whole story and not half the story. Hello. And tell it, and tell them, I feel like this, and I thought I was doing something right, or I thought, this person would have been, and instant feedback will be right here. It will be right here. Just like a microphone up too close to a speaker, you're going to hear it. And it's good. That's a good thing. It will help you, once again, full circle, bring you right back here. To be thankful for these folks that will talk to you and keep it real. Instant feedback, baby. Get that instant feedback. It'll help you understand some of the things that you may be missing. Aquarius, I'm going to leave your reading there. I love you guys. I hope you have a good rest of the week, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.